I will go with my father plowing to the green field by the sea, and the rooks and the crows and the seagulls will come flocking after me. I will sing to the patient horses with the lark in the white of the air, and my father will sing the plough song that blesses the cleaving share. I will go with my father sowing to the red field by the sea, and the rooks and the gulls and the starlings will come flocking after me. I will sing to the striding sowers with the finch on the greening sloe, and my father will sing the seed song that only the wise men know. I will go with my father reaping to the brown field by the sea, and the geese and the crows and the children will come flocking after me. I will sing to the tan-faced reapers with the run and the heat of the sun, and my father will sing the scythe song that joys for the harvest done. And my father will sing the scythe song that joys for the harvest done. It's a poem by Irish poet Joseph Campbell from Ulster, not to be confused with the Follier Bliss mythologist guy. He actually wrote lyrics to tunes, wrote songs. Garden Mother's Lullaby, My Laggin' Love, those are songs people still sing. But he didn't put that one to music. I put that one to music. And then I drank coffee. And now I'll sing you a song I found in P.J. Joyce's book, forget what it's called, Ancient Music of Ireland or something, in the 1800s. This is called The Spalpeen's Complaint of a Galbally Farmer. The Spalpeen was a migrant worker who had one tool, so it was a very poor person who worked seasonally doing a particular sort of harvest, in this case, potatoes. One evening of late, as I happened to stray to the county Tipperary, I straight took my way to dig the potatoes and work by the day. I hired with a Galbally farmer. I asked him how far we were bound for to go. The night it was dark and the north wind did blow. I was hungry and tired and my spirits were low. I got neither whiskey nor cordial. This miserable miser, he mounted his steed. To the Galbally mountains he posted with speed. Surely I thought that my poor heart would bleed as I tried to keep up with his travel. When we came to his cottage, I entered it first. It seemed like a kennel or a ruined old church. Says I to myself, I am left in the lurch in the house of old Darby O'Leary. By what he had said to me, I understood that my bed in the barn, it was not very good. A blanket was made at the time of the flood, the quilts and the sheets in proportion. 'Twas on this old miser I looked with a frown when the straw was brought up for to make my shakedown. I wish that I never saw Galvalley town, the sky over Derby O'Leary. I well recollect it was a Michaelmas night, to a hearty good supper he did me invite. A cup of sour milk that was more green than white, 'twould give you the trotting disorder. The wet old potatoes would poison the cat, and the barn where my bed was swarming with rats. Little I thought it would e'er be my lot to lie in that hole until mornings. I've worked in Kilconnell, I've worked in Kilmore, I've worked in Aucheny and Shanballymore, at Palace and Nicker and Sollowadmore, with decent, respectable farmers. I've worked in Tipperary, the Rag and Rose Green, Calhoun, Belficle, the Bridge of Aileen, but such woeful starvation I have never yet seen as I got from old Derby O'Leary. That was a tough guy to work for. St. Michaelmas is September 29th. And this is one of Joseph Campbell's lyrics he wrote to a tune. Very beautiful Donegal melody. He worked in collaboration with a musician named Herbert Hughes. And this was it was called Songs of Ulster in 1903. This is a sublimely beautiful lullaby. Eval is a fairy, and there's another, I think, banshee mentioned in here. It's been a harrowing 6 months and a hectic week, so if I drop a word here or there, you'll have to forgive me, but Garton's Mother's Lullaby. Sleep, oh baby, for the rain becomes the silent twilight's fall. Evil from the grey rock comes to wrap the world in thrall. My baby, oh my child, my joy, my love and heart's desire, the crickets sing me lullaby beside the dying fire. Dusk is drawn and the green man's thorn is wreathed in rings of fog. Shivra sails his boat till dawn upon the starry bog. My baby, oh, the pale moon hath ringed its cusp in dew, and weeps to hear the sad sleep tune I sing, oh love, to you. Faintly sweet doth the chapel bell ring o'er the valley dim. Charlemon's peasant voices swell in fragrant evening him. My baby, oh, the low bell rings, my little lamb to rest, and angel dreams till morning sings its music in thy breast. This one's called The Kerry Recruit. Learned this from the singing of Seamus Ennis. At the age of 19 I was digging the land, with me brogues on me feet and me spade in me hand. Says I to myself, what a pity to see such a fine strapping lad digging turf in Tralee, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and So I buttered me brogues and shook hands with me spade, and went off to the fair like a dashing young blade. Up steps a sergeant, says, will ye enlist? Sure, sergeant, says I, slip the bob in me fist, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and The first thing they gave me, it was a red coat, with a lump of fine leather to tie round me throat. They gave me a queer thing. I said, what is that? Why, sure, a cockade for to stick in your hat, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and The next thing they gave me, they called it a gun, and under the trigger I settled me thumb. The gun, it spit fire and vomited smoke, and it give me poor shoulder a hell of a stroke, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and The next thing they gave me, they called it a horse, with saddle and bridle, me legs for to cross. I give her the bit and I give her the steel, and Holy Mother, she went like an eel, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and The first place they marched us was down to the sea, on board a great warship bound for the Crimea, with 3 sticks in the middle, all hung with white sheets. She'd walk on the water without any feet, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and We reached the Balaclava all safe and sound, and hungry and weary we lay on the ground. Next morning at daybreak a bugle did call, and served a hot breakfast of powder and ball, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and We licked the Matalmud at Inkerman, but the Russians, they foiled us at the Red Ann. In scaling the ramparts, myself lost an eye, and a great Russian bullet ran away with me thigh, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and All bleeding and dying, I lay on the ground, with arms, legs, and feet all scattered around. Says I to myself, if me father were nigh, he would bury me now, just in case I should die, with me touring and with me touring and with me touring and But a surgeon come by and he soon stops the blood. And they gave me an elegant leg made of wood. And they made me a pension of 10 pence a day. Contented with shallots, I'll live on half pay. With me to in and with me to in and with me to in and It's a grim tune. There's worse things than working for lousy farmers. One of those things, of course, is marriage. So it's I'm not that negative. This is Johnny, my man. I'd only ever heard Scott's versions of the song, which I liked, but I found this right in the last page of a book called Songs of the People, which is it was actually a newspaper column between the First and Second World Wars. A man named Sam Henry in Ulster published a song a week, and the newspaper column was called Songs of the People. It was finally published as a book. It's a labor of love. Not so recently, but it took a few decades. And wow, it's 695 songs in it, and it's full of great stuff. And I like this version of the song better than any of the others. Johnny, my man. It's a little play in 4 verses. Johnny, my man, do you not think, oh, rising, do you not think it's time you were gone away home? For you sit up there drinking and you keep me lamenting, and you ne'er take a thought about going away home. What is that I do here at the window? Sure, it's just like the voice of a Jenny at home. Oh, come in, my Jenny, and take a wee droppy, and you'll ne'er take a thought about going away home. Do ye mind the time when we first fell acquainted? And do ye mind the time down in yon flowery lane, where we spent all our time in the sweet scented roses, and you ne'er took a thought about going away home? Right well I do mind when we first fell acquainted, and right well I do mind down in yon flowery lane. But the night's getting on and the children should be sleeping, so rise up, my dear Johnny, come away home. And here's a lovely courting song. This version's called Down the Moor. And it's from a recording of an Irish potato farmer named Eddie Butcher. He was born in 1900. Source singer, ballad singer folk songs. There were no professional folk singers in those days. He just sang songs for what they call the crack, for the hell of it. Those are the best songs. So A little bit of history on this one. The first version of this was called O'er the Moor Among the Heather. It was collected by Robert Burns from a traveling singer named Gene Glover and published in the Scots Musical Museum. It's not credited to him and left out of his songbooks. He clearly revised it. But it'll be in my Burns songbook, but that's another story. That one went, coming through the crags o' Kyle among the bonny bloomin' heather, there I met a bonny lassie keeping all her youths together. O'er the moor among the heather, o'er the moor among the heather, there I met a bonny lassie keeping all her youths together. So here's the song migrated over to Ulster and a version of it. I wasn't really planning to do a scholarly presentation. I can't help myself. I had a teacher in high school down the road here at Glenbard West named Mrs. Pond. And she was very old school, very strict, but a great teacher. And her classroom was an actual intellectual democracy, which is a very rare thing, even in those times when I was in school. And she used to say, "We are all scholars here." Like, what? Anyway, we're all scholars here. As I walked out on a fine May morn, serene and pleasant was the weather, I happened to roam some miles from home among the bonny blooming heather, down the moor, in among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather. I happened to roam some miles from home among the bonny blooming heather, down the moor. As I trudged along with my hunting song, my heart was light as any feather. I spied a lass, another a bonny lass, she was sweeping the dew from among the heather, down the moor, in among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather. I spied a lass, another a bonny lass, she was sweeping the dew from among the heather, down the moor. Barefooted was she and comely dressed, on her head neither cap nor a feather, but the plaid hung neatly around her waist as she tripped through the blooming heather, down the moor, in among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather. The plaid hung neatly around her waist as she tripped through the blooming heather, down the moor. I stepped up to this fair young maid and asked of her, "What brings you hither?" She answered me, "Down by the bonny burnside, I'm herding all my ewes together, down the moor, in among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather." She answered me, "Down by the bonny burnside, I'm herding all my ewes together, down the moor." Ticked and toyed from morn till even, being the longest day in the summer, until the rays of the red setting sun came a trickling down in among the heather, down the moor, in among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather, until the rays of the red setting sun came a trickling down in among the heather, down the moor. And she said, "Young man, I must be gone. My ewes are straying from each other. But I am loath to part with you, as the bonny wee lambs are to part their mother, down the moor, in among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather. I am loth to part with you, as the bonny wee lambs are to part their mother down the moor. Up she stood, and away she trod. I ne'er can think of any other. If I were king, she would be queen. The bonny lass I met in among the heather down the moor. In among the heather, o'er the moor and through the heather. If I were king, she would be queen. The bonny lass I met in among the heather down the moor. That's a sweet song. Here's another from that book I mentioned called Songs of the People. This was sent in 1934 or 5 by James Carmichael. It's called The Hills of Tandragee. It's got one of those lines in it. Makes me do somersaults. Dave Carter has this line, one of those lines. It's when the Judas moon breaks o'er the virgin forest, I'll be down the road and gone. Oh. And Townes Van Zandt has one of those lines. It's I'll kindle my fires with the words I can't send you, the roads I can't follow, and the songs I can't sing. I'll follow alone on the sleigh bells of winter, with the stars for a diamond and the world for a ring. Yeah, well, the line in this song is, I'll let you hear it. It's about the blush. When my love wakes in the morning, she oils and combs her hair, dresses in her superfine, all for to meet her dear. Her name I will not mention, lest she should offended be, for she is the fairest creature that dwells in Tandragee. The time is drawing nigh, brave lads, when I must leave you here, and part with all my comrades, likewise my sweetheart dear. For her beauty I admire above all that I can see, and her killing glances bring the blush on the hills of Tandragee. Farewell unto my native rocks, likewise you grand old shore, where with my daily comrades I've trod the sands all o'er. And when I'm on the ocean white, no house nor home can see, I'll be thinking of you, Rosie dear, that dwells in Tandragee. When my love wakes in the morning, she walks down to the sea to watch for the ship returning that bore her love away. She'll watch the foaming billows as they roll in from the sea, saying, "Oh, poor Johnny Hurtin, you're far from Tandragee." Spring Doggerel by Rhoda Coghill. When the shy, slender thrush makes arrowy silence as she leaves her tree and slips to shelter among further boughs. When long March morning shadows spread like veils hinder the grass, and the daisies in poor pasture lean the same way. When primroses are scarce, and the whole wren sings in her brave great song, where each white lamb traffics with his own mother, spring looks between penciled trees as a wayward child through her dark tumbled hair. She wears the dandelion, her bodice laced with catkin and with kingcup. Then cowslips grace the grass, and lazy cattle move tortoise necks to lick their spotted flanks. Then creaking tit and grating chaffinch flit within the maybush, and a singing school of linnets shakes the black thorn's rimy lace and balanced blackbird's light on yielding twigs. The water in the shallow ditch is stitched with thronging minnows with their shadows, while from that blurred, blinding, loud speaker sky comes pouring like sunlight the lark's noisiest music. Rhoda Coghill, born I think 1900 in Dublin. She was a composer. She actually has put Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass to music. She did not receive much attention as a female composer in Ireland. So she turned to writing poetry, where again, she did not receive the attention she richly deserved. I would love to hear her music. Really marvelous poetry. This is called The Verdant Braes of Screen. The verdant braes of screen. Verdant is green. A brae is a slope or hillside, and screen is the local term for the town of Ballinascreen. So, and a burn is a stream. It's a brook or a stream. This is a stunner. As I walked out on a May morning by the verdant braes of screen, I put my back against a mossy tree to view the sun on the west country. The dew on the forest green, the lad I spied by our burnside, with a lass 'neath the elder tree, and her lips were like that berry brown wren. She all worn and want to see, and she all want to see. Come, sit you down on the grass, he said, on the dewy grass so green. For the wee birds all have winged and gone, since I've my true love seen, he said, since I my love have seen. I'll not sit down on the grass, she said, no lover I'll be of thine, for I hear you're in love with a fair cornet maid, and your heart's no longer mine, she said, and your heart is no longer thine. But I will climb a high, high tree, and I'll rob a wild bird's nest, and back I'll bring what I find there to the arms that I love best, she said, to the arms that I love best. Here's one. When I was a teenager, I managed to acquire Tommy Makeham's solo album. I think it was called Songs of Tommy Makeham. Excellent recording. And he did this song. And I think it had sort of filtered down through oral tradition. And Google being what it is, I found the original lyric. It was written by Francis Arthur Fahey in the 19th century. So this is the original. It's a little bit longer. Shrove, the Shrove is near. Shrove is a pancake day, Shrove Tuesday. I hope you know what pancake day is. I don't know what the hell it's about. We're all scholars here. It's one of them things. Came from kind of a non-denominational family. Weird would be the word for my family. All right, Kitty McGee. I have kissed and courted them all, gentle and simple, short and medium and tall, but kept a merry heart free, till it was stole unknownst by Kitty McGee. Her smiling face, her slender waist, her lips might tempt a saint to taste. Sure it was small blame to me to lose my heart to Kitty McGee. It was down at Ballina Fair, Kalins and boys were gaily tripping it there, and I, the soul of the spree, when I set eyes on charming Kitty McGee. Her smile so sweet, her steps so neat, hide and seek her two little feet, gliding like a swan at sea, handsome, winsome Kitty McGee. And now I'm dreaming all day, sighing from dark to dawn, and wasting away like a lone bird on a tree, pining the long hours through for Kitty McGee. At dance or wake, no sport I make, home or out, no pleasure I take. Nothing at all I hear or see but makes me think Kitty McGee. How will I anyone face? Kitty, my dear, if you won't pity my case, 'tis tired of living I'll be if I don't win, my darling Kitty McGee. Say, whisper, dear, the shrove is near. Say the word, I'm dying to hear. Promise me soon, my own you'll be. Roguish, coaxing Kitty McGee. Like that. Gosh, I'm getting near the end. I did a much longer show last year. However, as I said, it's been a harrowing and hectic few months. I want to do you this poem. Yeah. It's a poem by James Stephens. Not a lot of people have heard of James Stephens. Contemporary of Yeats. He may have been born on the same day. I hope it is not sacrilegious to say that I prefer the poetry of Stephens. He wrote a marvelous fantasy book called The Crock of Gold. Anyway, this poem is by this poem is called The County Mayo, and I need to get in tune for it. I can't say a poem without being in tune. We're all scholars here. I don't know if anyone's watching. I've seen one comment from Bob Shepard, my dear friend. I hope someone's watching. I hope I'm audible. If not, well, I've had a lovely afternoon playing anyway. Now, with the coming in of the spring, the days will stretch a bit, and after the feast of Bridget, I shall hoist my flag and go. For, since the thought got into my head, I can neither stand nor sit until I find myself in the middle of the county of Mayo. In Claremorris, I should stop a night to sleep with decent men, and then I'd go to Gala just beyond, and then I'd go to Bala just beyond and drink galore. And next I'd go to Kiltimagh for about a month, and then I should be only a couple of miles away from Ballymore. I say and swear that my heart lifts up like the lifting of a tide, rising up like the rising wind, till fog or mist must go, when I remember Cara and Gallon close beside, and the gap of the two bushes, and the wide plains of Mayo. To Culloden then, where everything grows that is best. There are raspberries there and strawberries there, and all that is good for men. And were I only there among my folk, my heart would rest. For age itself would leave me there, and I'd be young again. And this is by John Philpott Curran, born 1715. This tune is used for a song that's better known now by Brendan Behan called The Old Triangle. Fantastic piece. This is the older one. Should probably save this for. I was planning to do a show called Songs of Aging and Decrepitude. So we have that to look forward to. I had it planned out, but I'll probably save this one out of that show. If sadly thinking, with spirits sinking, good more than drinking, my cares compose, the cure for sorrow from sighs I'd borrow, and hope tomorrow might end my woes. But as in drinking, as in wailing, there's not availing, and death unfailing will strike the blow. Then for that reason, and for a season, let us be merry before we go. To joy a stranger, a wayworn ranger, in every danger my course I've run. Now hope all ending, and death befriending, his last aid lending, my cares are done, no more a rover or hapless lover, my griefs are over, my glass runs low. Then for that reason, and for a season, let us be merry before we go. Let us be merry before we go. It's a melancholy tune. I like it. I was going to sing the Shamrock Shore, but it's just relearning it this morning. And I'm going to sing you a song I know really well. Not only because I wrote it, but because I reworked it lately to my satisfaction. I wrote this 6 weeks before my son was born, in 1979. I wrote it on September 12th. He was born on October 26th. And we don't get to choose the song we'll be remembered by. I certainly hope it isn't Balls, or Folk Singers Are Boring. We're all scholars here. This would be as good as any one to be remembered. Anyway, I've been working on a recording of my own songs for the last year and a half. Final tweaks on March 28th. It'll be called Different now. I haven't really mentioned it publicly or announced it because it's taken a while. But I'm making it real now. Very happy with it. This song is on there. It's a legacy recording. It's 20 songs. Some are quite old. Some haven't been recorded before. The older ones have been reworked. This is called The Living and the Breathing Wind. Thank you for listening. I will close with this one. Look at all the seasons and the feelings and the moods. Think of all the people that our love affair includes. We are bound together like the morning and the evening. We are bound together with the living and the breathing wind. Some things happen that shouldn't, my child, like the snapping turtle snapping while the turtle killer smiled. and the sun went pale, and the day was drained of meaning. We are bound together with the living and the breathing wind. Listen to the sound of the catbird's call. He sings just like a cat, but the cat won't sing at all. When you leave me, I will take my sorrow from your leaving. We are bound together with the living and the breathing wind. I am not the captain, nor the bosun, nor the crewman. In this ship's kind heart, I am a number and a human. Should my ship go down, I leave my love on land to grieve me. We are bound together with the living and the breathing. I'm not in any trouble, so I'm not in any hurry. I've got no time to lose, so I have no time to worry. For the game goes on, though I gamble odd or even. We are bound together with the living and the breathing wind. One man had no cards to spread upon the table. One man turned his back and left the Tower of Babel. He spoke not a word, but his eyes were straight and even. We are bound together with the living and the breathing wind. Look at all the seasons and the feelings and the moods. Think of all the people that our love affair includes. We are bound together like the morning and the evening. We are bound together with the living and the breathing wind. Thank you, Lana. Thanks, everybody. And that's it. Have a good St. Patrick's evening. Be safe. I like to do these shows because sometimes the only Irish songs people know are these these Irish pub songs, and no women to follow, the world is all mine, I love none so well as I love the moonshine. I hate women and I want to drink myself to death. So I don't think it's the best message or the best representation of the beauties of Irish culture. So we're all scholars here. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks.